Hi, everybody. My name is Chris Hurt. I'm with SIL Language Technology, and today I have with me Mark Woodward from the SIL AI Capabilities Group. Mark and his team have developed a tool called FaithBridge, which we want to dive in and give you a fire hose tour of this tool and why we think you should use it. Mark, give us the 30-second elevator pitch. Why should we use FaithBridge? What is it?
Sure, yeah. So FaithBridge is a tool that allows you to chat back and forth with Bible translation resources. So there's lots of resources, particularly in English, but this allows you to not have to read through the whole resource, but you have a question, you ask the question, you get a natural language response and chatting back and forth. Not just in English, but even if the resources only exist in English, you can chat back and forth in over 80 different languages. So it opens
That's
up the
awesome.
resources to people who might not have them in their language otherwise.
And this is a purpose-built, specialized large language model that you can talk to Bible translation resources in a number of different languages, 80 languages this is amazing. It basically is unlocking all the wealth of information that SIL and Bible translation partners have and making that available to everybody. So let's jump right in. You click on Bible translation chat, and now it's ready to field any of my questions. Let's see, what should we talk about? Well, and also, instead of typing, I can just choose the language that I want to talk in. Like, I'll pick English here. And then I can ask away. Tell me about some translation issues that I might have when translating Romans chapter 8.
So now what it's doing behind the scenes is it's taking a question, it's finding what are the most relevant Bible translation resources to the question that you've asked, and then it's going to answer based on those resources. So that's important to us. It's not just like ChatGPT answering based on all of its training data from the whole internet. It's specifically going to answer based on these Bible translation resources. And then you'll see, if you keep scrolling below, you'll see what those resources were that were used in the answer.
Right. And any one of these resources, I can click on more to see the specific, source or quotation from that resource.
Right. Yep.
That's fantastic. So, and this is not just a one and done answer. I can keep asking questions.
Yeah, there may be something in the answer you say, well, what's that? Or tell me more about this. Or what do you mean by this?
Tell me more about the verb tenses I should pay attention to. There we go. So as a translator, I've got all of these rich resources at my fingertips, and I can just talk through them and keep getting more insights.
Yeah, we also have access to Greek and Hebrew biblical data. If you want to ask about Greek words, for example, you can ask that and it will query the tool that has more information about the underlying Greek. And you can ask those kinds of questions.
Awesome. So all of my chat history, so I can have sort of separate conversations over here. I might start a completely new one, and it's going to keep my Romans 8 translation conversation over here, and I can just sort of flip back to that. Let's go ahead and check out the multilingual feature here. I can definitely type a question in Thai, but for ease and convenience, I can type a question in English and it'll come right back to me.
Yep.
What are some examples of how John 3:16 has been translated in other languages?
So one of the other resources we have here is the Translation Insights and Perspectives. So that's probably what it's looking at now, and it should give you some examples there from back translations from other languages that they have in that tool.
Okay, so yeah, this is kind of a complicated example where we're exercising the dynamic or on-the-fly translation into the Thai language, but we're actually asking the chatbot, can you give me examples of other languages and how those languages have translated John 3:16? but we're getting the answer in Thai.
Right, so that's a bit complicated, yeah.
It's a bit complicated.
But there may still be interesting things there. If I get this in English, or if you get it in Thai, that there may still be interesting ideas for how this has been translated.
That's right.
Even though you're going via a back translation of a back translation.
Right. So the purpose of the multilingual feature is that this opens up and unlocks all of these resources to all of these other languages, 80 languages plus.
Yeah, that's what's really exciting for me, is that you've got all these resources mostly just available in English, or there are more and more in other languages. But a lot of I see people now using FaithBridge, and they're asking in Thai or Vietnamese or all these other languages, and accessing information about these resources that maybe are not directly available in those languages yet.
Yeah, so give this a try. I really encourage you to spend a few minutes and get to know it, and then tell other people about it, because this is a completely available resource provided by SIL to the world, so that Bible translation efforts can go forward. Thanks for watching.